Today, I'm going to be reviewing two dolls that were designed by two of my favorite Black women that have worked for Mattel, that of course being Kitty Black Perkins and also Carlisle Nuera. Now, this doll kind of came a little bit as a surprise. I mean, we knew she was happening, that of course being the 45th anniversary Black Barbie. We knew she was happening because of the Black Barbie documentary that had released last year, where Kitty Black Perkins had said that she was going to be collaborating with Bill Greening over at Mattel to design a new tribute to the original Black Barbie, that being this doll. And just like what's become standard, Mattel hasn't really been hyping up this release or teasing her in any way. And we wouldn't really know that she was coming out if people hadn't been finding her at their local Target. So this doll is going to be part of Target's Black History Month display for this year in February. And she is actually street dated. I believe she's street dated for the 28th. But of course you can go to Target and have them scan her barcode and they can get her out of the back for you if they're kind enough. Now, this is an absolutely gorgeous Barbie doll and a very, very fitting tribute to the original Black Barbie released in the 1980s that was also designed by Kitty Black Perkins. Now, don't get it twisted. Kitty Black Perkins does not work for Mattel anymore. She actually hasn't worked for Mattel for a few decades now. They had just contracted her to help in designing this specific release. And it is kind of sad because if you had watched the documentary, we did get verbal confirmation from Bill Greening himself that there are currently no Black designers working on Barbie at the time. I mean, it's just kind of ironic because Barbie, like the Barbie doll line, has become the most diverse doll line currently on the market, though that's not reflected in the workplace. I mean, most people working for Barbie right now are either Asian or Hispanic, but there are currently no Black designers working on Barbie at the moment, though hopefully that will change in the future, and for the 50th anniversary Black Barbie, there will be a new Black designer that can follow in Kitty Black Perkins' footsteps. Now, this doll is beautiful, but there are a couple things about her that make me feel like this was a little bit rushed, like as in Mattel only made her and they only brought back Kitty Black Perkins because they had learned about the Black Barbie documentary, just to make themselves look better. First of all, being the fact that she has an AI generated background on the back of her box. I don't even know if I should mention that anymore, considering it's become a more consistent thing. But also the fact that they couldn't write more than one sentence about Kitty Black Perkins on the back of this box. I mean, really, it's one sentence. It says, Barbie celebrates Black History Month with a 45th anniversary tribute to the first ever Black Barbie doll and her creator, Kitty Lavinia Black Perkins. And then it just repeats that same sentence in a million different languages. I mean, is there nothing else you could have said about her? I mean, even on Bill Greening's tribute to Black Barbie, they had put a lot more references to the original doll. You know, she's black, she's beautiful, she's dynamite, but they didn't on this release. Anyway, so here she is displayed in her packaging. Very sleek, very simple. And this doll retails at $35 US, and she will, like I said, be sold in stores actually. So you will actually be able to go to stores and pick her out, like in person, which is great. And I'm so happy that I was able to do that because I had ran into a lot of her that kind of had a little bit of a wonky facial screening. And I actually bought two of them, two of the best ones that I could find in that particular location. But here she is, straight out of her packaging, and she is absolutely jaw-droppingly gorgeous. She, of course, uses the Barbie Looks Simone face sculpt, and I wonder if Kitty Black Perkins picked the face sculpt out for this doll. See, that's kind of something that I would have loved to have seen on the back of the box, but this being a Barbie Looks face sculpt makes me think that it might have been more of a Bill Greening decision. But I love Simone. And I love this facial screening on her. I actually have the original one somewhere. Yeah, I have her down here to compare to her. So she actually uses the same exact skin tone as the original Simone Barbie, that being the espresso slash Nubian skin tone in Integrity Toys terms. So she uses the darkest skin tone that you can get in a fashion doll. That's not like the fantasy Chanel Onyx jet black. So she has a very different screening to the original Simone. She's got a lot less eyeshadow. She looks a lot more formal. I really hope that my camera does her justice, but she's got a golden eye shadow color and then like a darker, like I mean, almost black eyeshadow color, whereas Simone has more of a playful, like blue and purple. So they look very, very different. Also, Simone's eyebrows are a lot thicker. So for people who prefer the thinner eyebrows on their Barbie dolls, then they might like this anniversary Black Barbie better. And of course, because she is the same exact skin tone as the original Simone, she is the best body donor for her currently. So unfortunately, we don't have any other body type than the tall body if you want to make her made to move. Though some people do prefer the Model Muse body, and she does have a Model Muse body in that dark espresso skin tone. Of course, like always, I would have loved for her to have been on the articulated pivotal Model Muse body. In this case, particularly, it would have been great to have seen that body in this dark brown color. But she's still beautiful nonetheless. Like her face, oh my goodness, I cannot get over how beautiful her facial screening is. And she, of course, has a more natural textured hair as compared to the original Simone. Okay, her hair might need a little bit of attention straight out of the box so that it doesn't look so, you know, flat and smushed. She also has a very beautiful reddish tone lipstick color, which looks great. And I think it looks great with her dress. Now, as compared to the original first Black Barbie, this dress has more of a modern silhouette to it. I love this over the shoulder neckline that it has. I think it looks very, very beautiful. And this sort of almost heart shape that it makes around her chest is so elegant. And this fabric is so nice. Like, look how much movement this fabric has. It's a really, really nice, like, silk material. And there is a bit in the front, this little bit, that's almost like a sheer. I think that's really cool. I don't think that Mattel has ever done that on another doll that I can recall, but that's very, very awesome. But through that sheer part, you can kind of see her legs underneath. And she does have what I think is a new shoe sculpt. I haven't seen this before personally, but she comes with these little red pumps that have a little, two little cutouts in the front. And she does not have a pedicure, but she does have a very, very beautiful nail color. I think her nails are absolutely gorgeous. They kind of have like a bronzy tone to them. And apart from this one bracelet on this arm, which some people didn't particularly like, she doesn't really have a lot of jewelry. Like, she doesn't even have any earring holes. And I think that's kind of a shame, especially the necklace, I feel like was a little bit important for honoring the original first Black Barbie doll. And the first Black Barbie actually had red earrings, which I'm just now noticing. I don't know why I never noticed that before. But like with Bill Greening's design, he gave her this, I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see this on my camera, but he gave her that thick, chunky gold necklace to call back to the original first Black Barbie. And to me, the only critique that I have about this design is that her neck looks a little naked. Like, apart from that, I really don't have any other negative things to say about this doll. Only other thing I guess I would have liked to see is if they had used one of the original Shawnee face sculpts for her. Would have been nice, because that was one of Kitty Black Perkins' doll lines. Would have been nice to see a Shawnee reference in this design of hers, but that's okay. I mean, for all we know, Kitty Black Perkins really liked the Simone face sculpt and wanted to use it on this design herself. But I think this doll is absolutely amazing, and I love her so much that, like, if I were to make, like, a family for June, I think this would make the perfect mom doll for her, don't you? I mean, she just looks a little bit more mature, a little bit more stoic, though all my dolls are like one big family regardless. Now, moving on from one gorgeous doll to another gorgeous doll, and here we have Carlisle Nuetta's Style by Design series doll that he had designed last year. And I really love this doll. I absolutely had to have her because I think this is an absolutely phenomenal design, and she does a lot of things right that I thought were lacking in the original Style by Design doll. Not to put Suum No down, but this doll actually feels like she was worth $100 to me. And I'll explain why here in a second, but starting out with this packaging design, I think it looks absolutely amazing. Now, Carlisle Nuera is Filipino, and just like with Latinos, Filipinos are mestizo, so they are part indigenous, part Spanish. They were colonized by the Spanish, and they, of course, are also Asian. So this box design definitely has a tribal print to pay homage to his indigenous heritage. I mean, this whole design is inspired by indigenous Filipino culture, though I do not know what this particular pattern means. If it does have a meaning, I just know that it looks cool. And I love this sort of like off-white color, and I love how it has a little window of the Barbie logo. This looks so cool to me. Like, this really does look premium. I never gushed this much about packaging design. And of course, you can take off that slip to reveal the doll. And right off the bat, one thing I want to say is just I love how this design takes up the whole box. The first doll that came in the series, I made very clear how I didn't like how it felt like there was so much empty space in her box. Though the sleeves on this design kind of take up every ounce of empty space that there would be. They almost kind of look like wings, don't they? But here's an image of the back of the box. It has his original design back here and a very beautiful glossy finish. And it says, Barbie signature Style by Design with a premium design and high fashion aesthetic. The Style by Design series celebrates the personal and professional inspirations of Barbie signature designers and creators. Carlisle Nuera breathes high fashion into traditional Filipino attire, honoring his Asian American heritage and the stunning Barbie runway debut. Barbie radiates beauty from head to toe, from the crown of the Philippine sun laced with sweet sampaguitas, jasmine, to the Bahay Kubo huts carved into her Bakya platforms. I'm gonna fail miserably with some of the pronunciations on this box, but she is a vision. This Pinay beauty wears a cream corset with terno sleeves that drape to the floor in a dramatic, angelic sweep, and a black malong-inspired skirt with a shimmering gold textile print. Brave and beautiful, she has indigenous batok tattoos and zigzag down her arms to her fingers dipped in gold Zhangge jewelry. Barbie is a bold Maganda and dares to make a statement in this dazzling look that transcends time, culture, and fashion. Now let me go ahead and get this beautiful doll out of her box so that we can take a better look at her. Man, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous doll. Like, this is one doll where I almost feel bad about restyling her, which I know I will regardless, but like, this design is so cool. But here she is straight out of her packaging. And she, of course, uses the Taya face sculpt, which was sculpted by Kataya Wangshinda. And she is also named after Kataya, which she had also sculpted the Kit face sculpt for Barbie looks. So Kit, Taya, Kitaya, that's kind of, both of them are named after her, just different parts of her name. And Kataya had also sculpted the body on this doll. She sculpted the like curvy collector body that Mattel sometimes uses. I mean, I think Carlisle is really the only designer that actually bothers to use this body. But I personally really like this body. I like the bigger bust that it has, and I like the longer neck. The longer neck definitely looks good with this jewelry that he has on her, and she comes with a lot of jewelry, a lot of metallic jewelry, and I love to see that. But starting out first with her face, her facial screening is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I love the neutrals. I love the red tones. I love the ombre lipstick. I love the like gold eyeshadow. I love the side glance. I love the winged eyeliner. I mean, I am just overall in love with this facial screening. And yes, of course, I love her thick eyebrows. She does have a very tan complexion, and I'm not sure if I'm going to leave her on this body or not. But look at her hair. Her hair blend is so cool. The majority of it is this rich, dark brown color, but it's got these really cool, dark, like burnt red streaks throughout it. And I just think it's the coolest, most unique hair blend that I've seen on a Barbie doll in a long time. I love the quality of it as well. It's a very nice saran. It's curled a little bit in the back, and it's got these cute little twists in the front. Now, speaking about her jewelry, she comes with a lot of jewelry, like the box had referenced. She comes with this little crown on her head, which looks like a sun. You can definitely see the sun shape from the back. You can see it has these little painted flowers. I appreciate that painted detail. I know that he probably had to justify that to the budgeting team, like, yes, they do need to be painted. Yes, that is a very important part of this design. And I love the cultural references that he had made in her, especially the tattoos. The tattoos are kick-ass. Look at these tattoos. They go all the way around her arm, and they look so awesome. Like, I almost don't want to switch her body just to keep these tattoos, because I think they are so cool. And speaking of awesome, look at these claws that she has. This handpiece is so cool. I love it. It's so beautifully sculpted. Like, all of the unique pieces that they have sculpted for this doll are absolutely phenomenal, but the hand pieces are insane. Like, we never get anything like this on Barbie, and it's one of the things that makes me think that, like, personally for me, I think this is probably one of the best designs, if not the best collector Barbie that came out in all of last year. And it's just because of all of these little details that she comes with, these unique details that you can't get on any other doll. Even some of the jewelry that she has, like these little bracelets, I believe these are new sculpts. And I love how they're all metallic. They didn't give us any of those like cheap, like matte metallic looking jewelry like we saw on the Style by Maeve Riley Barbie. They are all properly metallic. And that goes for her necklaces as well. Her necklaces, which are all individual. I believe she has 1, 2, 3, 4 different necklaces. I mean, she's $100. She better come with four with 4 necklaces. And she also comes with her very own custom shoe sculpt, which look absolutely insane. And I love how they have this ribbon detail to tie them around her feet. The only time that I can remember Mattel doing that recently is on the Benito Santos Dia de Muertos designer doll. But the sculpt is so amazing. The only thing I would do is if it had like a little bit of like a brown wash to bring out a little bit of these details. I mean, that's my only critique. Other than that, I think they look so cool. I love the little house detail, the little mountain, and these golden elastics that match like the rest of the gold. Like, they're very cohesive with the rest of her outfits. Now, as far as her outfit, she comes with this beige, like cream colored off-white top. That's very beautiful, very nicely constructed, finished all the way around, and is made out of a very nice quality satin material. And then it has these giant angel-like sleeves protruding from it that look very beautiful and have such a unique silhouette that I had never seen in another Barbie design ever. And I love her skirt. Her skirt is made out of a very thick, very nice quality material with this actual like reflective gold pattern on it. It looks insane. Like, I can't believe this is a Mattel doll. Now, as far as the closures, the skirt does have a Velcro enclosure, but the top does have those little plastic clasps in the back to finish it up, which definitely feels a lot more collector than having it all be Velcro pieces. But yeah, I definitely had no problem paying the $100 price point on this doll, because this one actually feels worth it to me. Like, when you take into consideration that she uses a newer face sculpt, so this is a unique face sculpt for a lot of people's collections. She has an articulated body, like she is fully articulated on the elbow, wrist, and knee. She also has painted on tattoos. She's got loads of metallic jewelry, a lot more metallic jewelry than the original doll had. She has separate outfit pieces. The first one just had one dress, and you couldn't even take the bow off of the back without cutting it off. But she has individual outfit pieces. She's got longer hair. She's got a more unique hair blend. I mean, and she's got her own sculpts. Like she's got like her own unique sculpts. Like for her shoes, this is a new sculpt. Like they invested time into this. I just think that all things considered, this is what I want to see out of a $100 collector doll from Mattel. But what do you all think of the new 45th anniversary Black Barbie designed by Kitty Black Perkins, and also the Style by Design Barbie designed by Carlisle Nuetta? Leave your opinions in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content to help me out in the algorithm. And I'll see you all next one. Thank you so, so much. Bye.